And finally, the dark, dusty and dangerous work of coal miners was remembered today at the unveiling of a special monument. A sculpture at the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire pays tribute to the courage of the men, women and children who helped fuel the Industrial Revolution and brought us to the modern day. Relatives of pit workers who died say it's only right that their sacrifice shouldn't be forgotten. As our Wales correspondent Rupert Evelyn now reports.
An industry that once defined these valleys is no more. In its place are decaying and rusting reminders of a time when every cog here was driven by mining. There are still many scars, not just in the landscape, but amongst those who call the valleys home. Seemingly everyone has a connection to mining, and for many their family history contains loss.
It's explosion, he says to me. Bill, it's explosion.
1913, and Britain's worst mining disaster at St Henneth killed 439 people. Both Hilary Barbrook's grandfathers died in the explosion that day.
We should never ever forget. 439 people is a lot of people to have died in such a small community. Every house in the valley had 3 to 4 bodies waiting, in the houses to be buried.
Miners, so often remembered in their own communities, were finally afforded a place at the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire today, a tribute to an industry that was once integral to the nation. For Jean Sellers, whose grandfather was the sole survivor of another disaster at St Henneth, a memorial is long deserved.
Well, I think it is very, very important when you think of all the people that have got killed, getting coal out of the ground, really, and it seems such a waste.
Mining on the scale that we once knew it is now confined to the history books. Those who remember those industrial days have fading memories, which perhaps makes it all the more important that the past is memorialised, whether here in South Wales or across the UK. A tough, at times brutal trade. Finally, its contribution given national recognition. Rupert Evelyn, ITV News, Blaenau Gwent.